Hello, lovelies. Welcome to Narc Free Formula. My name's Freedom. Thank you for joining me. In tonight's episode, I am going to teach you the number one mistake that most of you, or a lot of you, are making when it comes to the narcissist and no contact. But before I start, can I ask you, please, if you like my videos, to like them, subscribe to the channel, and also help me grow the channel by sharing the videos widely. And if you've got anything to say, put it in the comments. All right, lovelies. So let's get to it. So, all right, just one thing quickly. Also, if you want to know how to do no contact like a boss, I'm going to put a link up here. It'll come up later on. It's not going to come up right now, but it's going to come up. And I'll have a link in the comments as well to another video that I did about doing no contact like a boss. Because the reality is that there's a little bit of confusion about how to do no contact properly. And one of the things that we're doing wrong is very self-defeating. And this is what it is. So people are hanging onto their own phone numbers because for a lot of us, you know, it's either a number we've had for a long time, it's a number we use for work, you know, we like our number, you know, it's a special number, it has, you know, special significance to us. So we hang on to the same phone number, which means that the narcissist, sociopath or psychopath can ring up, leave voicemail, send text messages. And the thing is, we know that we are not allowed to contact them. So we think, I'm not having contact. But what we are doing, well, not me, I used to do it, but I'm not doing it anymore. But what a lot of people are doing is they are listening to the voicemail or reading these text messages. And then they have to sit with how they feel because they're not doing, you know, they're not doing contact. Sorry, they're doing no contact. So they think, well, I can't contact him. I can't give him, you know, the energy and attention that he wants. So I can't respond. But then you're left with all this, just this revoltingness, you know, because let's face it, narcissists, you know, it's not a pretty thing once you you know, try and escape them and go no contact. So no doubt the text messages are abusive. They've probably called you every name under the sun. They've projected a whole lot of shit onto you. Everything they've done, they've projected that onto you. They've told blatant lies about you. You know, it's all there. And when you read it, what happens is you actually have a physiological reaction. It's just like being re-abused again by the narcissist. You know, you're listening to them saying bad things about you. You're feeling like all the times that they said those things. You know, your body's actually having a physiological reaction. You can't help it. And then the worst bit is you just can't even respond. You can't put them in your place. You can't tell them, no, you know, what you're saying is not right. There's nothing that you can do or you will have breached no contact. So what do you do in this situation? Well, you've only got one option really, and this is it. You have to stop yourself from reading or listening. Either change your number if you don't have the self-discipline to not read or listen. You need to change your number because you can't keep reinfecting yourself with that, you know, that negativity, that abuse, that just general revoltingness. You can't have that coming into your life and your reality and your world. You know, you're creating a new life for yourself. You're creating something that is narc free. You don't want to give them that little window of opportunity, you know, to come snaking back in, planting seeds of doubt in your mind, messing with your head, you know, generally confusing you, making you doubt yourself, making you doubt your plans and what you're doing. Or the other thing they often do is, you know, putting little barbs and little jabs, you know, about, I don't know, everything and anything. I mean, they know what hurts you because they've spent years perfecting the art. You know, that's what they do. They find your weaknesses, they press on those pain points. That's what they do. So they know how to hurt you. So I can guarantee, if you're listening to if you're listening to voicemail and reading text messages, you are reading something that is specifically designed to hurt you. And it will hurt you. That's the worst thing about it, is it will actually hurt you. You can say to yourself, oh, no, it doesn't, whatever. But, you know, after being trained by them to have these reactions, you will automatically have these reactions. It takes a while. You know, it takes time to heal from this kind of abuse. So you just can't reinfect yourself with their narcissistness. I'm making up words now. I know is not a word, but it'll do for now. So, as I said, you either have to change that number or you have to get some self-control in place and just do not listen. I can't even begin to tell you how much better you will feel when you're not hearing his pathetic voice, when you're not listening to his jabs, his barbs, his taunts, his put-downs, and when you're not being head fucked and screwed over by his lies and manipulations and cons, you know, and all the bullshit about the new supply, all of that, you know, that's all just performance art designed to hurt you. I mean, I'll give you an example of, this is what I'm talking about. So with my soon-to-be ex-husband, the only time that he mentions his ex is to, his new supply is to is to hurt me. He thinks it hurts me. It doesn't hurt me, but he thinks that it does. So he quite literally will contact me to tell me, you know, everything from the first time they had sex to the time they got engaged. You know, I mean, this is the kind of things that they do. So do not give them the opportunity to do it. And I've got to tell you nothing. It actually feels really, really good just to not hear their voice, not have to think their thoughts, or, you know, just not even go down that train of thought. I mean, for me, my life is almost polar opposites to what it was like when I was with the narcissist. I am so much happier now. My life is just peaceful. It's positive. I'm doing the things that I want to do. I'm happy. And every time in the past where I've read a text message from him or listened to his voicemails, all it's ever done is just taken me back to a kind of really negative, dark place. And it takes a while to kind of pull yourself out of it. Literally, it takes days, not weeks, but, you know, for me, it takes days sometimes to get my head right after listening to his blah, blah, blah bullshit. So I'm not doing it to myself, and I really, really hope that you guys take this seriously, you know, because the main key fundamentals with no contact is two things. One, you're not fueling him, but the second thing is you're allowing yourself to heal, and that's the more important of the two. Who gives a shit about them? I mean, seriously, fuel them or not, who cares? But your healing is the most important thing, and you're not going to be able to heal when you're hearing the sound of his voice, because that will remind you of the times that you spent together, and then this cognitive dissonance thing just kicks back in. Oh, maybe he's not really narcissist, maybe he's a nice guy, blah 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 blah. Don't do that to yourself. It's taken a long time to get where you are. No, and that's the problem, is that the narcissists have a lot of control. They're highly manipulative. They know exactly what to do, how to, you know, what to say, how to play a situation to get you back under control. They know how to get you under control. If you give them half a chance, they will have you exactly back to where you were before. And this is one of the ways they're going to do it, is by starting off communication. So you need to cut all ties, and this is how we do it, right? We don't listen to their voice. We don't hear what they've got to say. We don't think about the things they're thinking about. We just stay focused on our own lives that are narc-free, and we do not reinfect ourselves with the past, with the negativity, and with the narcissist. And that is how we do it. All right, darlings, thank you for watching. And like I said, if you enjoyed the video, please remember to like it, subscribe to the channel, and share widely. All right, darlings, have a good evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.